What's going on, guys? 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to episode 51 of the TNA TEW series. Tonight we are bringing you Hardcore Justice, the hardcore pay-per-view that TNA usually has. We've limited a little bit due to having not many hardcore wrestlers. We're mostly I would say a technical based promotion now. So hopefully, we get a good rating, we continue a couple of feuds, and we can progress on, continuing our momentum that we've been on at the moment. We're booking this show from the Kemper Arena in Kansas City, Missouri, so hopefully again, decent crowd there, and that can get the Midwest region momentum up a bit. But anyways, before we start this, we're losing two wrestlers to Ring of Honor. One of them is Magnus, another one I'll let you know after his match. Basically, despite the fact we're the bigger company, they've stole off as Magnus, they stole off as Kevin Steen previously. We were in negotiations with Paul Heyman, as were they, and somehow he said we were too small, but he went to them, so off the run, we'll see what happens. But as I say, guys, episode 51, let's do this, let's do Hardcore Justice, let's see what kind of rating we can get. So run the show. Boom boom ba boom boom. The show starts with an impressive opening of pyro before the lights are raised and several sections of the excited crowd are shown with various signs. The focus then switches to announce table with Mike Today and Jim Ross introducing Hype Tonight's show and the expected impact the likes of Jacob Goodnight, Chris Hero, Bobby Lashley, CM Punk, Bobby Roode and Austin Aries are likely to have, and that is a solid 72B-. A good start, and the It's Rude to Be Punk storyline has progressed there, so I'm happy with that. Mike Today's got a still character, so we'll need to fix that. On with the show, in a match that had some good action, an average heat. Amazing Kong defeats Beth, Mickie James and Melissa in 10-14 when Amazing Kong defeats Beth by pinfall with an Amazing Bomb. Amazing Kong makes defense number 1 of her TNA Women's Knockouts title, and that is a 73B- for 4 knockouts. So I think the 18,930 fans here in the Kemper Arena are impressed if that's our opening segment. And Amazing Kong is improving her performance skills. Negatives were just for title prestige, which, I can understand that, but I'm pretty happy with that. Diamond Dallas Page is in the ring with CM Punk. He is booking CM Punk to face Rude and Tommaso in a handicap match, as we already know. But if CM Punk doesn't win, CM Punk is fired. And that gets us the 73B-. Good with that. So that match obviously is booked in. In a match that had some good action and average heat, Team 3D defeat the Long Island Loudmouths in 9:22 when Bully Ray defeated Ryder by pinfall with 3D. Both teams have great chemistry, but what I don't get is we've had poor ratings this whole feud and we've just turned an 82B match on at the pay-per-view. Fair fucking play, lads, fair play. And Bully Ray is improving his performance skills, I'm delighted with that. And if we get all those negatives out of the way, then that'd have been unreal. First debutant, through a pyrotechnic-laden entrance routine, Rob Van Dam walks out and makes his way to the squared circle. RVD debuts his show stealer gimmick, you get a 93, and that is a 66 C+ from RVD. Which leads us to our next match, and a match has some good action and average heat. Rob Van Dam defeats Kenny King in an Elevation X match. Yep, he's just debuting. I'm just going to put you in an Elevation X match. And in 13:34, Kenny King was floating from the top of the scaffold. Rob Van Dam wins the TNA X Division title, 64 C-rated match. No worker improvements, but I can officially reveal Kenny King is one of the guys snapped up from Ring of Honor, which means I need to change the goddamn thumbnail because of him. But these things happen in wrestling, we'll push on other people and we'll see what happens. So, solid match here. Send to Kenny King's tenure in TNA, and we'll move on with RVD as the X Division champion. Austin Aries and Samoa Joe are seen talking backstage, so because they're all in the triple threat match, it's basically Aries and Joe saying we both hate Hero, but at the end of the day, best man wins. 69 C+ there. In a match had some good action and average heat. The Hardys defeated the Model Citizens in 10:22 when Jeff Rowe defeated Drew Galloway by pinfall. One Extreme Combination. The Hardys make defense number 4 of their TNA World Tag Team titles, and that is a 73B-. Great there, great match there. Drew improves his performance skills along with Jeff and Harry Smith, and I'm more than happy with that. really good for them. So tag matches are really starting to do well here. CM Punk is backstage when all of a sudden he's attacked by Bobby Roode and Tommaso Ciampa. Only a 63C. Ciampa underperformed. The performance of CM Punk was fantastic, so Punk again selling well, but these two guys just not living up to it. It was negatives, just low momentum, no morale. Oh well. In a match that had some good action and average heat, David Richards defeated Eddie Edwards in 15 minutes by 2 falls to 1. This was a ultimate submission match, 15 minutes, 71C+, great chemistry. The match suffered due to its booking. There simply wasn't enough time for the workers to take a slow build approach. That's fair enough, I can deal with that. But overall, again, more than happy with that, and that means that they can only keep on improving. Video hypes up Bobby Lashley versus Jacob Goodnight, a 68C+, and I hope to get a bit more with the fact that Jacob Goodnight's a big name, but apparently not. And the match was howling. Oh wow. And a bout that had some good action and a good crowd. Jacob Goodnight defeats Bobby Lashley in 16:29 by pinfall with a chokeslam for hell. 52D+. Goodnight was tiring near the end. Bobby Lashley's improving his performance skills. It was meant to keep him dominating, but oh well, we'll just have to put Kane in lesser matches or Goodnight in lesser matches, but that's a shame. If we're going to have a solid show, everything was fine, so I don't know if I can blame that on me or I blame that on Kane or Bobby Lashley. And then obviously Bobby Lashley's going to complain. Matt Striker is backstage with CM Punk talking about his upcoming match. 70C+. Striker again underperformed because CM Punk's that good, but solid rating there. And about that featured great action and a good crowd, CM Punk defeats Bobby Roode and Tommaso Ciampa in 20 minutes and 7 when CM Punk defeated Bobby Roode with a quick roll up. CM Punk seemed off his game, which is a shame. The storyline continued, but I think that's probably going to end it, and I get a 73B-, with Punk and Roode both improving performance skills and Bobby Roode improving his rumble skills. So the negatives would just be, mostly inconsistency and the cold crowd and the low morale for Ciampa. AJ Styles is shown warming up backstage, 74B-, solid for AJ, just hyping up his return to a TNA ring. In a match that featured great action and a good crowd, AJ Styles defeats Adam Cole in 21:53 at 2 falls to 1 after winning the first, with the final fall happening by pinfall via the Styles Clash. AJ Styles wins the TNA Central Championship, so it's my mid-card title. It's been held by all big names in the mid-card, which the main event guys. So it's building its prestige, and then hopefully we'll drop it down a bit. An 82B, solid match from them. Gets the title off Cole. It gives us new a complete chance to build something fresh with Adam Cole, and AJ is improving his technical and performance skills. Negatives there, just low morale for AJ and the title prestige. And it's Len. That was a weird one at the Len, would you be honest? Okay. Mike Tenay, Jim Ross and Taz hype up the main event between Chris Hero, Austin Aries and Samoa Joe from the comfort of their announce table. Only a 66C+. Mike Tenay really needs to freshen up his character. And the main event, we got it a bit better because we brought Aries in. 74B-, and a bout that featured great action and average heat. Chris Hero defeats Austin Aries and Samoa Joe in 22:52 when Chris Hero defeated Samoa Joe by pinfall with a handful of attacks. Chris Hero makes defense number 1 of his TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Again, that's just putting out crowd because of all the long matches, length, booking decisions, stale character for Joe as well. God, I need to fix that as well. But that's the show. And because there isn't as many angles, and it's a lot of matches, a 75B- for a pay-per-view is really good. Improved their popularity in 23 regions, so I'm happy with that. I keep going to type in Kane there. Jacob Goodnight, Bobby Lashley. Could do better, guys. I'll give AJ Styles the praise for a great performance. So, Jacob Goodnight didn't seem too concerned, Lashley didn't seem too concerned, and AJ seemed pleased. So as I promised in the last episode, I was going to do 50 episodes to full roundup. I thought since we're after a pay-per-view, we can go through like the development, the roster, the title, prestige, creative meeting, finances and all that, because obviously this being the end of the month, finances will be sorted as well, and we'll see how much we lost and where we're losing it. But hopefully that can be the first month we actually make profit for the first time in a while. So let's see if it hurries up and loads for me. Anytime soon, TEW. I think August is when you can start going for TV deals as well, so hopefully with our newfound prestige we can maybe get a better TV deal. Let's see. Zeb Coulter to stay with WWE, so we can go for him. Jack Swagger signed a contract extension. We looked at him, but I suppose we're never going to sign him. Where are we? Hardcore Justice Report. It's drawn a lot of praise, so we got a decent feedback for that. We made profit. Oh my god, we made 46,707 profit. We lost some momentum, and we're now down to the 5th company. So before I check anything, who's took over us? So we're behind WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Westside Extreme Wrestling in Europe, and BJW Wrestling, Big Japan Pro Wrestling from Japan obviously, so we're still there. Although Ring of Honor are a national company now and we're not. So I'd say they're ahead of us. Dragon Gate's probably going to catch us eventually, so or Evolve USA whatever. So that's not good, but I thought we've been doing okay. Apparently not. Right, so Brooke extends a deal with TNA. I did not. Fuck off, Dixie. I did not offer her a contract. I did not want to offer her a contract. So she personally extended the contract to Brooke Adams, so we've got Brooke for a period of time. C4. Capital City Championship Combat offer a contract to AJ Styles and Chris Hero. Shimmer offer to Hamada, and that's just letting us know obviously that Jake Hager's not going to sign, and there was the official Nick Aldis and Kenny King going to Ring of Honor. But there's the main one, the buy rate, a 177. So I'm going to quick look at pay-per-view. I'm going to look at pay-per-view, I want to look at history. So the buy rate was 177 with a 155 for Slammiversary, a 175 for Destination X, so I believe that is our biggest buy rate so far, so that's good. We'll start off then. We shall look at the title prestige then. So AJ Styles is your Central Belt Champion, 4th champion since its inception a year ago when we brought it in and Hawkins won it. We then gave it to Samoa Joe, Adam Cole, and now AJ Styles has it. So 61C, decent. The women's is still in a 48D plus with Amazing Kong, and then under my reign it's had it with Angelina Love, then Beth had it for a good near, was that about an 8-month reign? And then Awesome Kong has it, or Amazing Kong. The heavyweight 85B plus starts off with Lashley. We gave Lashley all the way up to Bound for Glory. He got a run, gave it to Magnus. Just wasn't working with Magnus, so we gave it to Chris Hero, and hopefully Chris Hero will have a good wee run with it. The tag titles, again, started with the Wolves, gave it to the Model Citizens, and then we eventually gave that to the Hardys. I don't know if I have plans to move Jeff back to the main event, but at the moment, we'll keep it on the Hardys for now. And the X Division titles one with the most changes. We started with Sonata. We got it off Sonata as quickly as possible. We have the Kenny King. A wee stint with Rhett Titus for 4 months. Kazarian got the 2-week reign before he left, and then Kenny King gets his reign until he left. The problem with the X Division is I can't assign any cruiserweights because of an owner goal, so I'm basically stuck with what I've got, and I had to move up to a middleweight as well to allow heavier wrestlers to compete. But 70C plus, the prestige is still decent there, so I'm happy with that. Creative meeting. Franchise players, CM Punk, AJ Styles, Bobby Roode, Austin Aries and Jacob Goodnight. Can't argue with that. The next big things, Jesse McKay, DJZ and Joe Redmond. Hot prospects, Jesse McKay, Colby Carino, Jesse, Allison Kay and DJZ. Top the top, CM Punk, Kurt Angle, Jacob Goodnight, Mick Foley and Bobby Roode. So I really need to try and get Kurt back in the ring, because I don't know like him as an authority figure. Showstoppers, CM Punk, Austin Aries, AJ Styles, Adam Cole and Morrison. Again, he's something for Morrison, he's just sitting there doing nothing. Ring generals, Punk, Styles, Richards, Joe and Hardy. Who's hot? Who are the guys with all the momentum at the moment? They are Jacob Goodnight, AJ Styles, CM Punk, Austin Aries and Adam Cole are my 5 guys. And who's not? Who's just been awful? It's all people that have not been in television, which are Mike Bennett, Robbie E, Rosita, Madison Rayne and Joe Redman. Time decline, Jacob Goodnight, Christopher Daniels, RVD, Brother Devon and Doug Williams. They all serve a purpose, so I'm more than happy to keep them there just as kind of passing the torch or just for a bit of guys with good reputations that'll get better ratings. And finally the hidden gems, Jimmy Jacobs, Chase Del Monte, Hook Bombery, Mischief and Eddie Rios. Most of them are cruiserweights, so we can't get them. So the lines, since we finished that, the new blood is now C, so whether that continues, unsure. That was between Team 3D and Hawkins and Ryder. Rude hates Punk, It's Rude to be Punk, 73 because of that match, although that had good ratings like 89s and 82s and 87s between Rude and Punk. Battle for the Company is now just a 30 plus. I think we're going to end that because there's not really anything going on between Kurt Angle and DDP, so I think we'll end that. TNA has a hero it doesn't want, 74 B minus between Chris Hero and Samoa Joe, but Joe was pretty poor in that feud, so I think we'll get rid of him out of it. Ultimate Knockout is a B minus, it's a 73, the Knockouts certainly performing. I'll keep that up because they are my 4 Knockouts, although I do want to build a Knockouts tag division. And a C plus 71 for the Wolves as they continue to have this big feud to hopefully propel them into bigger and better things. Size wise, we've 72 in the Tri-States, that's up to B minus, that's positive. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are 16 over. So we really need to work on either Northwest in the Great Lakes and then try and push them all on to get to that 65 to get us to national. So how Ring of Honor have done it and we've not is frustrating, but we'll try and work towards that. Anything else? Schedule, what's next pay-per-view I need to make that up, that'll be the last week of August, so we'll try and get a TV deal as well. Development, okay, we have 1 trainer, I think, we've got 1 trainer, is it 2? I think it's just the one Eric Young, we had Abyss in there as well, but his contract ran out and it never bothered to tell me, so we're going to get him back. We've got Alice in Wonderland in there. Progress, she's improving her entertainment skills. In ring is pretty poor, performance is average, physical's poor. Basically, if we can get her as a decent manager, then I suppose we're happy with her. Young British wrestler called Bacardi, she's improved her entertainment as well. Her high flying's up to average, her performance is up to strong. So she's coming on a wee bit, you know, she's decent. You know, get a wee bit of potential there. But Ancestral Bonin, as I say, I really want to get a massive, really good knockouts division, you know, so I can get as many competitive knockouts as possible with her. In the ring, nothing. Performance overall strong. Everything else is just the same, but she'll come good, I think. Cody Hall was one of the ones I thought, oh, we'll invest in you in ring. I don't think anything has actually changed. Not Cody Hall, not progressed. Crazy Steve came back to development. Oh, he's improved a good wee bit. Brawling's below average now. Chain Wrestling's at average. Mat Wrestling's above average. This is Aerial and his flashiness is strong, so he's coming on very well, which is good to see. Performance is now very strong. Any improvements here? Toughness very strong. That's about it, but hopefully he should be good. An E plus and a microphone, so that's his one negative I'd say, is that it's still far too low. But Crazy Steve could be good, one for the future hopefully. Mick Foley's son, Dewey, basically brought him in for his name, average, strong physical, and that's about it for Dewey. UI obviously won't have improved, if anything he'll have declined, everything's 83s, he's improved his star quality. I'll start with the ring work. Rollins up, Puresu is up, Aerial's up by 1, performance is basics is up a wee bit, Consistency's up. So he's improving, so he maybe could come back to the main roster, although his stamina's kind of up, down. And everything else is about the same. Fair play, EY, you're doing well with this crop. One of the Blossom twins, we've got Hannah. And she has remained the same with everything. Her sister Holly. Strong in the ring, so that's a good start. Performance is strong. Everything else remains the same. Lizzie Valentine, she's a great charisma in that. If we could get her to wrestle, then we'll get somewhere. But she's now weak brawling, weak hardcore, weak Puresso, or whatever that is. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that right. Weak submissions, but I mean, she's still developing. It'll take a while. Even everything else is going to be very weak. Performance is strong. Her athleticism's decent now. Stamina is good. And her powers come up a wee bit. So I say, if we can improve her charisma, where she seems to be struggling, who knows, there might be a wee wrestler out of that. Now her respect's up a bit. Melina Roca, the former Rosa Mendez. Improving in her brawling, and her hardcore, and her Purescu. Chain wrestling's up to a C-. Mat wrestling's up, so she's really coming on. Might take still a good wee while. Basics are up, psychology's up by a whole 1. Consistency's up. Athleticism's up, so is the power. Microphone and charisma work could be a lot better, although her acting has come on massively. And her sex appeal's good, so it's always one thing to bring her up for. Hi Candy. Rebby Sky, what have you done for us, pal? Have you done anything? Average in-ring work, performance is strong, physical strong. Yeah, she's fairly improved, so she's doing well. Ricochet. In the rings, below average still. He's took his technical skills from weak to average. His overall is very strong now. His physicals went to strong. Hopefully that could be a nice wee addition to our X division at one point. Shanna, a Portuguese wrestler. She's done. She went from below average to above average rumble, weak to above average technical. Performance is up to strong, physical very strong, entertainment strong. Oh my god, if she could learn a lot more charisma, then we could have one of these people that just could be amazing. One that can be drastically improved, 10 her feet, so she'll probably come up pretty soon, but she could be really good, I hope. Taylor Hendricks, again another knockout. She hasn't done much improving, it doesn't look like it. Not everything's the exact same, so she might get let go. The son of Larry Zbyszko, Tim Zbyszko, in the ring, and he's the same, everything's not changed. And Tony Nese, what are you going to do for us, mate? You're on a big wage, you need to improve. Rumble average, high flying's up to very strong, overall's very strong, and everything else, apart from his respect, which has been right up, stays the same. So that's the development, which is Maxi Development Wrestling. I could not think of a name, so I just went, let's call it Maxi Development Wrestling. And it's MDW. And so the only thing I can really show you now is just the owner goals and then finances. The owner goals, we can't fall in debt for 11 months. We should not lose 5 million, so I think we'll be fine. We've got another year and 7 months to make sure Bobby Lashley meets 77 momentum. We'll push him in a year and 5 months. The same with cruiserweights. It's still another year and 7 months before I can get them. And it's another 5 months until I can get an MMA crossover. I had a lot more goals. Failed them. Didn't think it would matter too much. And that's probably why Dixie Carter has my approval rating at very low. Finances. I'm just going to compare them from last month to this month. So we made 46 grand, which was all in pay-per-view revenue, although our ticket sales went up by 100,000 as well. Sponsors were up by 2 grand. Merchandise peaked at 110,000, so that's good. An expenditure which has saved 4 grand in wages, but that wage bill is nearly 500,000. Show costs are right up. Merchandise and merchandise a bit, but marketing's fine. Production's standard same every month. Only 460 to development, 1,500 to our dojo. Miscellaneous was down, but we had a lot more in tax. So that's decent. If we get our sponsorship up, that'd be good. But we've turned a profit. It's going to be a while to catch up and get all that money back, but down the line we'll be fine. I actually think were like 300,000 profit from this time last year, roughly. But hey, we'll get there. We're TNA, we have to get the company to national before we can start going. But I'm having fun in this, that's the main thing. And I hope you guys are enjoying the YouTube save. So anyway, we'll continue on. We'll keep going to Bound for Glory. I need to try and get a pay-per-view name, or I'll bring back a pay-per-view for August. But that's what we're building to. And until then, guys, this is 21 Maxwell. Hope you enjoyed Hardcore Justice, and I'll speak to you again real soon. Bye bye.